breaking news of Paulie Malignaggi, who got fired from Showtime for his racial comments. He came out stating, at best, you could have had it a draw, the fight between Devin Haney and Lomachenko. But then with the next breath, he said, however, if you had Devin Haney winning, then you're only happy that the white guy lost. I kid you not. Check it out.
I think that if you're really generous, you can score a draw. I think anything more than a draw, you're a scumbag. But even you dirtbags out there, I know why you listen, let's be honest. Let's go where nobody wants to go. The small percentage of people that still had Haney winning the fight and are happy that Haney got this decision are the ones that are happy the white guy lost. That's it.
Paulie also said Devin Haney re-signed with TopRank 2 days before the fight. However, that turned out to be an absolute lie, because Bill responded with, "We did not re-sign shit." Excuse my French. Devin Haney also responded to Paulie Malignaggi lying, claiming that Devin Haney re-signed with TopRank 2 days before the fight, where Devin Haney said, absolutely not. Paulie is so desperate, he has to lie to make a point. But his point backfired on him, because the only guy that re-signed with TopRank is Lomachenko. The only fighter that extended his contract was Lomachenko. Therefore, why will TopRank rob Lomachenko, who extended his contract with them, and give the decision to Devin Haney, who just became a free agent and who's going to leave TopRank with all of the belts? Make it make sense, Paulie. Make it make sense.
Bob re-signed Haney 2 nights before the fight. Okay?
No way.
2 nights before the fight.
Now, I'm going to leave a link for this interview in the description box below. The irony of it all, the reason why Paulie Malignaggi is so mad where he lost his voice, is because he's mad that the black fighter won, since he is a racist. That's a fact. That's not up for debate. Paulie Malignaggi got fired from Showtime for his racist comments where he tried to justify George Floyd's death. Paulie pretty much said that Floyd deserved to die or be killed because he was a criminal or something like that. Additionally, he also said it's no longer the time of the African-American fighters anymore in boxing, despite the fact that when he made that comment, the most dominant fighters in boxing were black fighters. Crawford was pound for pound #1 at the time, and he's still pound for pound #1 to this day. Errol Spence was pound for pound, and so many different fighters. We all know the black fighters have always dominated the sport of boxing, just like the black athletes have always dominated basketball. But I get to that later, because Paulie did say that it was the time of the Europeans, they dominating boxing. Even though, ironically, that theory got exposed time and time again. Statistically, factually speaking, where this is not up for debate. I'm not talking about opinionated stuff. I'm talking about factually speaking, which I'm going to talk about that in a few. But just to get back to what Paulie had to say, even though he already said that the fight could have been a draw pretty much, which means the fight could have went either way. Remember, this is what Paulie said. This is not what I said. This is according to Paulie's own logic. However, he's such a white supremacist that he can't stand that the black fighter won. Because again, his theory keeps getting exposed time and time again. Now, Paulie called the people that had Devin Haney winning a scumbag and a dirtbag, so on and so forth. But even some of old media members who are racially biased had Devin Haney winning, aka Mike Coppinger, who is a known racist. This is a guy that doesn't have Charlo on his pound for pound list. He doesn't have Gervonta on his pound for pound list. And no, it's not because they on a different network, since he has Canelo Alvarez, who fights on DAZN and Showtime, on his pound for pound list, even though Canelo Alvarez already lost to Bivol recently. Now, Mike Coppinger, who is racially biased to the fighters on the Hope list, he was scoring the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko fight live, and he had Devin Haney winning. He had Devin Haney winning 8 rounds out of the first 9 rounds. And even though Mike Coppinger gave Lomachenko the last round, because even Loma admitted he gave that round away to Devin Haney. Loma admitted he lost the 12th round. However, Max and Mike Coppinger still gave that round to Lomachenko. Even then, Mike Coppinger still had Devin Haney winning. This is Paulie Malignaggi, white supremacist partner in crime. He had Devin Haney winning. Hello, is anybody home? For Paulie to say they wanted the white guy to lose when Lomachenko looked at as white Jesus, that's equivalence of saying back in the day, they slaved white people in the United States, not black people. What the heck is you talking about, Paulie? I mean, I went back and watched the fight without any commentary, and Devin Haney clearly won 8 rounds. This is how biased the commentary was, but we already knew that. After all, this is ESPN we talking about here. This is the network that erased Lomachenko loss on 2 different occasions. I bet you Paulie won't talk about that. They also falsely promoted Teofimo Lopez as undisputed when he was faking undisputed in order to justify him avoiding and ducking Devin Haney. But again, Paulie never talked about that because he's a part of the agenda. He stays on code. So it ain't no secret that ESPN and old media look at Lomachenko like the white Jesus because he is the best hopeless fighter we have ever seen. And they disdain Devin Haney because he's Floyd Mayweather prodigy. So you think they're gonna rob Lomachenko, who's looked at as the white Jesus of boxing, against the villain Devin Haney? If anything, they were trying to rob Devin Haney. That's why they set the tone. Max gave the last round to Lomachenko, so did Mike Coppinger, for a reason. Remember, even Lomachenko admitted he lost that round. They did that to manipulate and brainwash the public to believing that Lomachenko won. That's why the betting odds continue to rise for Lomachenko. Paulie even talked about the fans. Who cares what the fans think? They booed Devin Haney the moment he walked in the arena, while they were cheering for Lomachenko the moment he walked in the arena. Every time Loma threw punches, it didn't matter if he was missing or landing, they were going crazy cheering for him. However, every time Devin Haney clearly landed, they were not cheering for Devin Haney. Why do you think that is, Paulie? Did the fans automatically think Lomachenko won the fight before the fight began? Why they always boo the black fighters from Floyd Mayweather, Devin Haney, Deontay Wilder in their own country against foreigners like Tyson Fury and Lomachenko? It ain't a coincidence. It's all about the yin and the yang. That's why they boo Shakur. That's why they boo Devin Haney. That's why they boo Floyd Mayweather and any fighter on the coincidental list. This is as simple as black and white. And Paulie, the supremacist Malignaggi, he want to act like the fans cheering Loma was a victory for Loma when they booed Floyd his entire career. Last Saturday night, let's be real, Devin Haney wasn't just fighting Lomachenko. He was also fighting the politics of boxing. He was fighting the fans, the commentators, and Lomachenko, just like Floyd Mayweather did his entire career. And guess what Devin Haney did? He found a way to win. He didn't find a way to make excuses. He did not give up half of the fight like Lomachenko did, but instead, he fought Lomachenko. He backed up Lomachenko. Loma said he was going to run. Loma said, Devin, all he has is a jab. But guess what? Devin took the fight to Lomachenko, beat him up to the body and the head. Just look at Lomachenko's face. Everybody want to talk about the body shots, but look at Lomachenko's face compared to Devin Haney. Does this guy look like he won? Or does he look like he got jumped by everyone in the arena? Nevertheless, the irony part of Paulie Malignaggi saying the only people who had Devin Haney winning are the people that wanted to see the white guy lose is the fact that everyone in the arena that was booing Devin Haney was only booing Devin Haney because he's black. And all of the people in the arena that was cheering for Lomachenko were only cheering for Lomachenko because he's white. That's a fact. They booed Devin Haney in his own country, in his hometown, against foreigners. Not just against Lomachenko before the fight even began, but against Jojo, Linares, so on and so forth. I saw people try to justify why people was booing Devin Haney before the fight even began against Lomachenko because, oh, he pushed Lomachenko. So why they booed him in the JoJo fight? Why they booed him in the Linares fight? Better yet, when Canelo pushed Caleb Plant, how come they didn't boo Canelo? How come they were cheering Canelo for the same exact thing they booed Devin Haney for? That's a rhetorical question. This is the same exact reason why they love the villain Conor McGregor. They never booed him. They always cheer for him. I don't care what he do. I don't care how disrespectful he gets. Cursing out people's wives, so on and so forth. This is why they love Tyson Fury, the villain Tyson Fury. This is why they love the villain Duran. But these same people will tell you they hate Floyd because he's a villain. That's why they don't like him and always boo him. We all know what time it is. The answer is as simple as black and white. Now, when it came to Paulie Malignaggi theory that this is the Europeans' time is no longer the time of the African-American fighters, that's equivalence of saying it's no longer the time of the African-American players anymore in basketball. That's how delusional and how much of a white supremacist Paulie Malignaggi is. Because factually speaking, the Jordans, the LeBrons, the Kobes, so on and so forth in boxing are all black. From today, currently, and of all time in the sport of boxing. Keep in mind, I'm not even black, but even Stevie Wonder could see this. This is the truth. Why we have to lie about it. That's why we continuously see ESPN and old media pound for pound lists always try to discredit the black fighters and not put them on the pound for pound list where they belong. They do this in order to support Paulie Malignaggi theory. However, no matter how much they try, they always fail. Every fighter they rooted for and put on the pound for pound list pretty much lost. From Kovalev, Gennady Golovkin, Roman Gonzalez, Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez. They put all of these fighters as pound for pound number one over Crawford. And guess what? They all lost. But guess who haven't lost yet? Crawford. Guess who's still undefeated today? Shakur, Devin Haney, Gervonta, Crawford, Errol Spence, Jaron Ennis, Jermell Charlo, Andrade, and the list goes on and on and on. The point I'm making, you cannot name me one European fighter that could beat any of these fighters I just named. Matter of fact, let's raise the stakes even higher. You cannot name me one non-black fighter that could beat Shakur, Devin Haney, Gervonta, Crawford, Errol Spence, Jaron Ennis, Fulton, Jermell Charlo, so on and so forth, but themselves. They the only ones that could beat each other. However, the Europeans can't beat them, but guess who always beats all of the Europeans? Better yet, guess who always beats the best non-black fighters? The black fighters do. Nearly every single time. If you look at 99% of the fighters in history, we're talking about the greatest non-black fighters of all time from Mexico and every other country you could think of, they all lost their undefeated record to a black fighter. However, you can't name me a non-black fighter that beat Muhammad Ali. You cannot name me any fighter that beat Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, Shakur, Devin Haney, Gervonta, Crawford, Errol Spence, and the list goes on and on and on. They may get a win every blue moon. Even then, that won't even be against the top-notch black fighter. Therefore, when Paulie said it's the time of the Europeans, what Europeans he talking about? Because we all witnessed Andre Ward knock out Kovalev. We all saw Gennady Golovkin duck all of the black fighters and he still got exposed and lost multiple times. We all saw Roman Gonzalez get knocked out. We all saw how Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney, but he ended up losing in the process to Teofimo Lopez, and today he lost to Devin Haney in the same exact fashion. But let Lomachenko tell it, he's still undefeated. He didn't lose to Salido, Teofimo Lopez, nor Devin Haney. We all saw how Crawford beat all of the Europeans, from Postal when he was undefeated, to Mean Machine when he was undefeated, Ricky Burns when he was, I believe, undefeated. And perhaps Paulie's talking about Canelo too, because Canelo looks European. However, even Canelo lost to Floyd when Canelo was undefeated. And now today he's ducking all of the black fighters. But again, he already lost to a black fighter when he was undefeated, just like Duran, just like Marquez, just like Barrera, just like Morales, just like Chavez Sr., and any great fighter you could name. Nearly 99% of them. So again, Paulie Malignaggi theory keeps getting exposed time and time again. And I nearly forgot, we have 3 significant fights this year. Gervonta versus Ryan, where Gervonta knocked out Ryan, an undefeated fighter. We also had Devin Haney beating Lomachenko. We also have Fulton versus Inoue, who old media are pushing for Inoue to be pound for pound number 1. Matter of fact, they already saying he is. ESPN, the Ring Magazine, so on and so forth. So if Fulton beats Inoue, these are 3 mega fights back to back to back where the fighter on the coincidental list beat the fighter on the hope list. So if Fulton beats Inoue, which I believe he will, somebody said on Twitter, old media are going to be so tight, they're going to try to reinvent slavery. Maybe perhaps Paulie is talking about himself. However, when you look at his record, how he got smashed by Sean Porter, how he lost to Adrian Broner, so on and so forth, due to that, we know that can't be it. So to Paulie Malignaggi, go ahead and cry you a river. That's still not going to change the fact that the undisputed champion is Devin Haney. And he beat arguably the greatest white hope of all time. At only 24 years old, the same age where people said Canelo was inexperienced. But Devin Haney beat the fighter that Bob Arum said was greater than Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, so on and so forth. Loma didn't just lose once. He already lost 3 times already. So Bob Arum theory also got exposed. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.